Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My name is Terry Malmed, and I am joined with my husband, Dr. Foster Malmed.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
We have been with ASEA, the company, for over 10 years. We were introduced as a sports product, cardiovascular product. I had a health condition that I'd had for 6 years, and this product came into my life. And all the Western medicine and Eastern medicine and everything I did didn't help me until I introduced ASEA into my life, and I got my life back. So again, like I said, that was over almost 10 years.
Almost 10
years ago in August. So we are triple diamonds with ASEA. That just means we've helped a lot of people with this product. We've helped a lot of people with this opportunity. We're going to try to get a lot of information jammed into, we're going to put hours worth into 30 minutes. So let's get started. This is my husband, Dr. Foster Malmed. He is a 36-year chiropractor. 5 of those he spent in a New York hospital sharing ASEA and Renew 28 with his patients and with the staff there. Dr. Malmed is also on the ASEA Medical Professionals Board. Yay. And what that just means is that they are the medical professionals that teach doctors, scientists, people like you and me all around the world about these molecules, what they do, how they can help you. So with no further ado, let's get started. What do you say?
I think we should get started.
Okay. All right. So ASEA Redox Signaling Supplement, it is a category creator. It is the one and only cell signaling supplement in the world. The only one. And medical experts around the world are calling redox signaling molecules the greatest scientific health breakthrough of our lifetime. And that is true. So redox signaling is not a new science. It was first discovered, 3 scientists in 1998 won the Nobel Prize in physiology or medicine for the discovery of one of these molecules. And the race was on at that point. They realized what these molecules are, how important they are for life in general. But the race was on to see who could commercialize it, who could keep it outside of the human body so that we could use it for good. So that was 1998. It wasn't until ASEA discovered redox signaling in a liquid, and we'll get to that. So redox signaling studies, there's a lot of studies. If you want the studies on, if you're like a sciencey person and you want to go look at, published articles and you want to learn about redox signaling, go to scholar.google.com. And that is, how would you explain that?
It's much more fine-tuned than google.com. Scholar.google.com is where we put scholarly articles about typically science things.
Thank you.
Sure.
We also, by the way, how many is that? I can't even see
that's
that.
Over 1 million results when you put in redox signaling molecules. Yeah. Sounds like that's not unheard of.
Exactly. If you go to pubmed.gov, which is our government's National Library Institute, something like that.
National Institute of Health. It's a repository of all journal articles.
And that's where they put all the published articles. You can go there and you will see that when you put in redox signaling, you have almost 20,000 alone there. A lot of people go to Google. Don't go to Google. Google is a search engine. It is not a research engine. People can say whatever they want on there, as you all know. So if you really want to do the science, it's scholar.google.com or pubmed.gov. Why don't you take it from here? Talk a little about the science and success of redox signaling.
Absolutely. Okay, so there is success of redox signaling because redox signaling is what makes us tick. It makes everything work. So our signaling supplement is replete with these signaling molecules that empower your body to heal itself by increasing cellular efficiency, cellular communication, and the cellular function in your 100 trillion cells.
So let's talk about some of these things, right?
I think we should.
Cellular communication.
Okay, cellular communication. So we all have cell phones. We know what those do. If you don't have bars on your cell phone, your phone is useless. If your cells don't have reception, they're not able to signal and message with other cells and other body parts, your body's not going to function well. So it is a way for cells to speak to one another inside of your cells and in between your cells. And that's what gets your cells to do their jobs, which is protect themselves, repair themselves, and replace themselves with new, young, healthy cells when they can't be repaired. So the question is, Are your cells speaking to one another? Because if they're not, or they're not doing it optimally, you are not going to be as well as if they were.
Exactly. So that was one of the first things that we learned before a lot of the other studies had been done. What about antioxidants? Antioxidants is the big buzzword, and everybody thinks, everybody's taking antioxidants. First, ASEA is not an antioxidant.
It is not.
Okay, so go ahead. What does it do for antioxidant activation?
Antioxidants are awesome, except for when they're not activated. So when my wife was not feeling well for many years, she didn't have them activated, because once she drank this product and got her antioxidants activated, that's when she turned a big corner. So when you look at the things that antioxidants do, they support immune system function, they support kidney function, they protect against all sorts of disorders, because oxidation is bad, so antioxidation is great. So let's show you what we mean by oxidation. See that picture of that car? That's an oxidized car. So if you have a car that doesn't have enough paint on it, by the way, the paint is an antioxidant, that car is going to rust, and if you don't fix it, it's going to disappear. Look at what happens to humans when humans oxidize and they don't have enough of an antioxidation process going on in their system, they rust. And rusting becomes degeneration and deterioration, and we don't want that.
Well, and that's why I took handfuls of antioxidants. I was not getting better because my antioxidants were not being activated. So how many people do you know that just do everything right and they're just still not healthy? Maybe they just don't have enough. They have a lack of redox signalers. So who has a full supply of redox signaling molecules?
The young.
They do, the babies. And that's why they heal so quickly. That's why their skin is so beautiful. We start to lose these redox signalers around puberty. So why don't we talk a little bit about...
Let's talk about genes.
Let's talk about genes.
Okay, so genes are sort of all that matters. You are the product of your genetics. They are your blueprint. Your genes, sorry to say, if you're old enough to be watching this webinar, are probably turning off as you're aging, and we can help that. So we did a great study. Not we.
Well, wait. First talk about what Americans are suffering from before you even get into the study.
I would be happy to do that.
I want to hear about what this is a pretty bleak pie chart.
It is a pretty bleak pie chart. Okay, so 50 million Americans suffer from autoimmune disorders. 54 million from inflammatory conditions. We're going to talk a lot about those too. 1 in 3 deaths in America is from cardiovascular disease. 57% of the US population suffers from a digestive issue. And look at this number, 80% of US women suffer from some sort of hormone imbalance. Very sad state of events.
Can we help?
We actually can help. So we did a study. We used a very well-known, internationally known company for genetic testing, and they studied our product over an 8-week period. And what they found was, after using our product for 8 weeks, every single person in that study who was drinking the product had a 20 to 31% improvement in 5 different major areas of health.
Well, I wonder what they are.
Well, let's look. Oh, look, it's the immune system, the inflammatory response, cardiovascular health, healthy digestion, and hormone modulation, the 5 different categories from the previous slide that are the bane of USA's existence at this time.
And we can help with that. And look I love that, 100%. So when people say, I don't know if it will work for me, 100% of people that take ASEA, it works on.
Right. Whether they felt that it was changing them or not,
right.
All that mattered was how their DNA was being expressed in these 5 categories. And every single participant who drank this product had positive results by 20 to 31%. And sometimes it's just 1% that makes a difference in your inflammation or your immune response.
Yep. Okay. So why don't we talk a little bit, like you said, about ASEA and the immune system and the inflammatory, because those, again, that's a big deal is, if we can improve our immune system, you know what that means. If we can, inflammation, everything starts with inflammation, correct?
Absolutely. So this oxidation process, the reason that we want our antioxidants activated, oxidation that goes unchecked and goes unhelped becomes inflammation. And inflammation becomes all those things you don't want. Anything that ends in an itis is an inflammation process. So when you look at the back of every ASEA bottle, you will see this is sort of a synopsis of our genetic study that showed you drink this product and we can help you. If you drink salt water, we can't help you. No one can.
I love this. I found this. I thought this was just so cute. So it's just a little joke. An infectious disease enters a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." It replies, "Well, you're not a very good host." I just threw that. I thought that was cute.
Look, maybe your humor will go viral. Who knows?
Oh,
wow. Is that virus holding? Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about Renew 28. Renew 28 is the topical form of the drink. So that is the gel form. And a study was done. They did it. It's called Renew 28 because they did it in 28 days, the study. And this is what was done. It was done by Dermatest. And Dermatest gave Renew 28 a 5-star rating. And it's very difficult to get a 5-star rating. One being it has to be safe. It has to be completely safe. And that's why so many products don't make that 5-star rating, and it has to work. So skin cell renewal was in 28 days, 16%, skin texture, 22%, smoothness, 23%, elasticity, 20%, and appearance of cellulite, 16%. And I think like 90% of women suffer from cellulite. So can you just talk about how it gets to the cellulite? Because I know a lot of people, if they take Renew and they rub it on an area that they have discomfort, we have found if you do it 1 to 3 times in 5 minutes, the discomfort level significantly decreases. And you could just talk about that. Why?
I'd be happy to. So as a man, let me talk about cellulite, if you don't mind. Okay, so that appearance of cellulite, 16% improvement, that was a 12-week study. And that was a big deal because cellulite is located so deep underneath your skin. So your top of your skin is your epidermis, under that is the dermis, and under that is the hypodermis, and that's where fat lobules reside. So for us to be applying this product and seeing a difference of cellulite, in the fat lobules themselves, we know that product was getting all the way down to the fat lobules. So what else is in that hypodermis under the epidermis and dermis? Microcirculation. You must have circulation if you want something to heal. Circulation brings nutrients. It takes away junk. It takes away metabolic junk. It improves your oxygen levels in that area. So we saw that we had a 49% improvement in 15 minutes when the gel was applied topically. That is a big deal. Within minutes, you can have almost a 50% improvement in circulation. And that's why we have so many people that are so excited about this concentrated form of the drink in the Renew 28 gel.
Exactly. And by the way, again, 100% safe, zero toxicity. You can give this to a newborn baby. You can put this on a newborn baby. It is that safe. It can go on somebody that is 100 years old, on 100 different medications. It doesn't matter. This is safe. There's nothing safer on the planet.
If I had a newborn baby, I would put that stuff all over.
I would too. You better believe it. So inside out and outside in. So the drink heals from the inside out and the gel from the outside in. Look at Rosie. I love this picture. She took this, they made her do a before picture. We always say do a before picture because people don't really realize how they look. She did a before picture. 7 weeks later, she was going to stop using it because she said it didn't work and she wasn't going to drink it. And they took another picture and they said, Rosie, look at after 7 weeks. Look at after 7 weeks. And then look at her 2 years later. Look at her 3 years later. Tell me this doesn't work. Rosie is very happy. So, I mean, it's just phenomenal. Again, just a couple more. It's not just for your face. Anywhere from your head to your toe, you can look at this neck, forehead, arm, hands. It allows the skin, it puts the hands of time back, right?
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Certainly.
We're not going to go too much into this, but we do have a beautiful skincare kit that has the 4 products. Now, we only have 3 redox products. So we have the Renew 28, we have the drink, the ASEA, and then the Renew Serum, which is for problem areas. Love it. This is a beautiful kit. I'm going to give you guys, make sure you have a pen ready at the end. I'm going to give you some websites to check out that'll go a little bit more into some of the things that we're discussing because we are on a time schedule here. ASEA Via. Can you real quick, because I'm going to again.
Absolutely. So your long-term health depends on proper nutrition. So when you drink our product, it's not nutritional, but it makes your cells ready for proper nutrition. So cells need several things to function at their peak, and that's the optimal cellular health that we're looking for. So the redox product is the labor and the brains or the operating system of your cell. But then when you add our ASEA via line, the Life Max, the Source, the Biome, and the Omega, it gives your cells the building blocks that your body needs, that your cells need to function optimally when you combine them with the ASEA Redox drink.
And again, we'll give you the information where you can go and look at all the ingredients. Again, completely safe. They are made from whole foods. It's just amazing, and from all over the world. Again, we're not going to go too much into the athletes, but we do have Olympic and world champion athletes. Why do they take it? Because first, it's clean, which is very important. That's the word athletes use, which means there's no doping. It is safe with the Olympic committee, with the world champion committees, and because it works. It increases time to recovery because the body is healing itself. When your body can recover faster, it can then practice more and get better results. Right?
Absolutely. Number one in performance, endurance, and recovery. What athlete and what at-home athlete wouldn't want that?
Exactly. Okay, optimal you.
So as we discussed a little bit, in this time where we're talking about how is it that we improve our immunity, how do we make our bodies function at their peak, you must have essential nutrients. Exercise makes everyone better. A new study just came out that showed you exercise and your immunity goes up. Your healthy cells equal healthy bodies. Without healthy cells, your body cannot function at its peak and protect you.
Right. We have a lot of third-party validation, a lot, but we don't have time again. But why don't we just go into a few that that you can go over?
A few of my favorites?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so on the back of every bottle, you're going to see that big word, BioAgilytix Laboratories, Redox Certified. BioAgilytix is an international company, and they test and certify primarily the drugs, the biopharmaceutical products of dozens of the most important and biggest pharmaceutical companies on the planet. So when ASEA was looking for who is it that we use to certify that every batch is not salt water, but it's actually redox signaling molecules in a bottle, we went to the best in the world, and that's BioAgilytix. So every bottle has their seal that we are exactly what it is that we say we are, and that is redox signaling molecules, trillions in every bottle.
And you'll see it's highly patented. ASEA has so many patents. We have FDA registered facility, GMP, kosher. ASEA just goes all out. They go and get the best certifications from the best. So if somebody says it's salt water, well, they don't give international patents for salt water, and BioAgilytix is certainly not going to certify salt water. How about this was really the only test that we kind of had in the beginning, right?
This was the first big deal that we had. So
yeah.
This is Dr. Neiman, internationally known, one of the best researchers in the world. He looked at our product and said, okay, if it doesn't work, I'm going to tell the world. And look at what he found. His job typically is to investigate unique nutritional products that help the immune function, inflammation, illness, and oxidative stress levels. That's what they research. They have a $500 million machine down there that shows what it is that things accomplish. He's the national leader in nutrition and exercise immunology, and his current work is centered on investigating these products that are countermeasures to exercise and obesity-induced immune dysfunction, inflammation, illness, and oxidative stress using their metabolomics approach. And boy, were our results amazing. He loved it so much, he asked to be on our patent.
That's right. That's right. Again, we can give you all of these where you can take a look at these studies. Torrey Lab.
Okay, so this is where we chose to have our genetic study performed. So Dr. Kenneth Ward, who runs that lab, he has 4 board certifications: obstetrics, gynecology, maternal fetal medicine, medical genetics, and molecular genetics. That just means he's wicked smart about genetics and genetic testing. So we went to them, because they're one of the best in the world, and said, study our product and tell us what it does.
Yep. And we just showed you what Torrey Lab found. That was the wheel. the 20 to 31% change in 8 weeks drinking our product.
And it was a really great study.
A really great one.
Exactly.
Ann Louise Gittleman, she's considered the first lady of nutrition. And she said, I believe ASEA is worthy of a Nobel Prize in medicine. ASEA is the most powerful lifestyle supplement, integrative medicine on the planet. I think she's written, 30 books.
30 books.
Bestseller. She actually went back and put ASEA into her last couple of books. It's that important. And she's constantly on the lookout for natural products that can override your genetic inheritance, and she found one. Dr. Gary Samuelson, he says redox signaling process is remarkable because it is a process that allows us to regenerate tissue and maintain our normal function and capacities. This technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances of health we've ever seen. PhD atomic medical physicist, he is one that helped to stabilize these molecules to get them into a bottle.
And I would tell you that statement is true after using it for 5 years in a New York hospital. It is true. Okay, Nobel Prize recipient, you might have heard of the Watson-Crick DNA double helix model. James Watson is now much older than he used to be back when he won a Nobel Prize in the 50s. And his statement that came out in the Lancet Journal in England, a lack of redox signaling molecules may be at the root of many health challenges. And he talked about cancer, type 2 diabetes, neurodegeneration. And when a guy that smart makes a statement that big, and we're the only company that has redox signaling molecules in a bottle, I think that should make you pay a little more attention.
Thank you. All right, so now we get to the part where people say, well, if it's so great and it does all of these things, why isn't it pharmaceutical? Well, that was the path that it was going down. Our founders, Vertus Norton and his son, Tyler Norton. Vertus is a strategist. Again, I'm going to go through this kind of quickly, but I'm going to show you where you can watch the whole Genesis video. But Vertus was the VP of strategy for Kraft Foods. He worked for Hobart. He is a strategist, Fortune 50 executive. He retired from Kraft. He was living his life. He was asked to sit on the board of this biotech firm that had no money. They asked him, bring Vertus in, see if they can salvage the company. They gave him one of their products was ASEA. It was in a little machine. He started drinking it while he was there for that couple of months. Bottom line, they weren't solvent. They had to shut down. But Vertus saw something in this product. While he was taking it, he had some health challenges that went away. He started to feel really good, started to do his research, and found what they actually had that they didn't even realize. He put a group of investors together, bought the rights to it. It was still had to be made in a little machine and drank within 10 minutes, or it would turn back to salt water. When they stabilized it, they were able to do it. It takes 3 days. What your cells make in nanoseconds, ASEA, it takes them 3 days of electrochemistry to make. It's that difficult. So when they had it, they called pharmaceutical company, one of the biggest in the United States, and said, we have redox signalers. They said, you can't. They sent out their team of researchers. ASEA opened up their books. Vertus opened up the books. They spent days researching. They said, you do. They came back. They offered a check. They wrote out a check. They handed it to Tyler and Vertus and said, here's a check for so much money. You will never speak to anybody again. Here's the caveat. We take the product. They had at that time, they had put 40 people on it to see what would happen if people would drink it. That 40 had turned into 135 and had gone to 20 different countries because people were having fantastic results. So this company, pharmaceutical, said, we take the product, those 100 and now 35 have to come off of it, and you just have to let them go. And Vertus said, they need this. This is like life-saving for some. And they said, it's for the greater good, let them go. And for Vertus and Tyler, that just wasn't the way they are. It wasn't about the money. Vertus wanted to leave a legacy for the world. He's a visionary. He saw what this product was. And so he turned them down and he said, no, I'm going to get this to the world. And he realized he was a beverage guy at Kraft. So he knew you can't put a bottle that nobody's heard of, nobody knows, on a shelf and people are going to buy it. And he said, this needs to be a word of mouth. So that is how it became network marketing.
And boy, are we thankful.
I am so thankful. I was really against network marketing. I thought network marketing was a pyramid scheme, and that was my ignorance. I had to learn. But here's the difference, so that don't make the mistake that I did and wait so long. Multi-level marketing is a strategy. MLM commission is paid to multiple levels of distributors when an actual product is sold. That's the key. MLM is used as an avenue to sell tangible goods. A pyramid scheme is a scheme. It is fraudulent. It is illegal. There's no real product is sold, and no product equals no commission. So listen, your job is in the shape of a pyramid. There's the CEO, the president, the vice president, middle management team. Your job's at the bottom. And what is your chance of moving up? So your job at the bottom, more than 25 years of your life, no thanks, looks like a pyramid scheme. So just so you understand, network marketing is just word of mouth marketing. And again, for me, it was like, I'm not a salesperson. I said, I can't sell, but what I can do is I can share something I'm passionate about. So if I see a good movie, I read a good book, I go to a good restaurant, I share that with people. I tell my friends, I tell family, go, this was great, read this. That's all this is sharing with people about something you're really passionate. Let's hear. Oh, anybody heard of Forbes magazine?
I have.
Oh, really? Well, they said ASEA is a super supplement to repair damaged cells. That's pretty amazing. And they wrote some more great stuff. The Huffington Post, anybody heard of that? They came out with this in 2016, and they said, here are 5 of the craziest game-changing technologies that are starting to take off in 2016. Pay attention. Some of these will shape our lives in the coming years. And number 4 was redox signaling technology. And it was the only product on there. And this is what they said. Want to read that?
Sure. Redox signaling technology. The molecules have been around for eons, but it isn't until recently that we've learned about their central importance in our health on a cellular level, the only level that matters. This new technology is emerging that inserts healthy redox signaling molecules into your body, helping to repair and replenish your aging cells. And since we are entirely made up of 100 trillion cells, every organ in the body can potentially benefit from this new technology. Thank you, Huffington Post.
Again, I'm not going to go into all of these, but MLMcompanies.org, they go out and they look at different MLM companies, and they see if they're real, if they're fraudulent, they totally research. And this is what they said about ASEA. So again, real business and products. It's not a scam. Better Business Bureau, A+, multiple patents, medical breakthrough, unique, huge advantage, world-class athletes. And last, backed by enough science that the claims ASEA is making about its products are true. Period. Done. Right?
Exactly. You sound emphatic and passionate.
I am. So why ASEA as a business or opportunity? Well, 1 in 3 Americans. Now, I made this slide probably 6 months ago. And at that time, 1 in 3 Americans has 0 saved for retirement. The people can't save because of the high cost of living, low salaries. Things are even worse now. How much money do you have saved in your savings account? I know how many people are now on unemployment since this? Millions.
People who even thought that they were secure and their company was fine forever.
Right. And I have to say, I'm forever grateful. My husband, he works in New York City and has not been able to since this pandemic. And we are grateful. We have ASEA. We have this business that we can work from home, that we can do this from home, that we can share with you. We can share. It's recession proof. And everybody needs this now, whether it's the products or this opportunity.
This is our plan B, and who knew it would have to become our plan A out of necessity.
Yeah. So this was 2019's income disclosure statement. Every company should release their income disclosure statement. If they don't, there's a problem. So this was 2019 for 2018, and these were the incomes. So the first rank you make, the average monthly income is $300. That's the lowest. That's average. A bronze, $2,000 a month. A diamond, $15,000 a month. Ambassador diamonds, $110,000 a month. Those are the average. You see the lows, you see the high, and you see the in-betweens. This is life-changing money. So why ASEA? Optimal health and well-being starting right now, better immune function and less inflammation starting right now.
Exactly.
Increased energy, stamina, mental clarity, better sleep. Those are the first things that people report feeling. Healthful, youthful, radiant looking skin. Who doesn't want that? Better athlete, weekend warrior, or workout results. Live younger, longer, and healthier. And additional income, part-time, full-time, big time. Do you know anyone that is looking for health and wellness, looking for the fountain of youth, looking for an opportunity that they need money? We're here. ASEA has something for everyone. So for more information on these, the things that we talked about today, go to ASEAglobal.com, go to ASEAscience.com, and ASEAathletes.co, C-O, not com. And then for the Genesis, it's a great video. Just go to YouTube, and it is ASEA Genesis Founders video, and it's a 16-minute version. Go check it out, guys. There's fantastic things. You get to really get a feel of what this company is all about. So getting started with ASEA, you can enroll as an associate for $40. Wow. That's how much it costs to get into this business, $40. I think anybody can afford that. You can get wholesale price on and discount on packs. Again, we're not going to go into that. The person that invited you to this presentation will absolutely show you if you want to be an associate, or if you just want the health and anti-aging benefits only, be a preferred customer. You'll still get those same, we have auto ship loyalty rewards program. It's, you just can't share it if you're a preferred customer. So ASEA and Renewed 28 are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. What it does do is, like we said, helps your body to do what it was designed to do and heal itself. And there's nothing better than making a living while making a difference in the world. And boy, the people, the associates at ASEA are really making a difference and making an impact, especially right now in the world. So thank you so much for being with us. Please get back to the person that invited you to this presentation and let them know how you would like to get started with ASEA. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Take care.